how's the knee feeling? When did you realize that you would be ready to go today? And it didn't look like it was bothering you out there, but how did it feel out there today?
It felt good. My adrenaline was rushing. Once I started playing, I felt like regular kind of, but like right now it's kind of hurting. And yesterday it was hurting really bad. But I felt good waking up this morning, and I felt like I could give it a go, so I did.
Patrick Stevens.
Fats, how encouraging do you find it that with you playing within control and Eric obviously getting his shot back a little bit the last few games? How encouraged are you with where the backcourt is at this stage?
Yeah, it's just us getting momentum going into the Big Ten play. We know it's going to be difficult. We talked about getting in the rhythm and starting to find things and having identity. So I feel like we have been doing that, and we're getting better. We're finally finding our rhythm.
And are you kind of finding the right spot of kind of the risk reward of playing fast but under control at the same time, and also a quick thought on the behind the back attempt there in the final minute?
The first 10 games, it's a new system, everything's new. You don't really know where you're going to get your shots at, or like where you're going to score, or where your opportunity is going to be. So, that first 10 games was kind of like a fill-out game. I kind of know where everybody's going to be at now, and I can kind of just be myself. And that behind the back pass, I just tried it. I felt like we had momentum going, and I felt like that could set the gym off, and I just failed, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Jacob Richmond.
Hey, Fat, something the coach talked about a little bit earlier was how you and Eric and all the other starters were really fitting into the rhythm of the game and kind of who was taking control at what points. You could talk about how that's come along so far and how that was feeling as you're going through the game.
Yeah, like I said before, we were just all kind of like filling each other out and figuring each other out. When you have 3, 4, 5 new players on the team, including myself, it's going to be a fill out period where, everything's not going to go well because you don't know each other. I feel like we, building that bond and building that chemistry on and off the court, and it's finally starting to click.
And Robinson.
Fast, before that Florida game, Coach Manning said that he was going to kind of let you go. And obviously the first few games you were kind of trying to be a facilitator. 2 of these last 3 games, obviously last game you got hurt, you've been able to kind of have some big scoring nights. Have you noticed a difference in the way that you're being used offensively? And if so, how has that allowed you to kind of have success these past 2 games?
Yeah, Coach Manning gives me the freedom to make decisions and be a playmaker. Obviously, he wants me to make the right decision, but sometimes when I don't make the right decision, he doesn't get down on me. Just keeps encouraging me, telling me to be myself, and that's all you can ask for from a leader, from the head person in your program. So, me and him been building a really good bond these last few weeks, and I'm excited to see how it goes in the future.
And obviously, last year you played through a plethora of injuries at Rhode Island. Now you're again having to kind of play through some pain. How does this year, the way your body's feeling, kind of compare to that? And obviously, last game afterwards, Dante and Eric both said that they pretty much had no doubt that you were going to play today, even though you went off the court. So in terms of where your body's feeling right now and playing through injuries, where's your mind at with that?
I'm a lot stronger now. Coach Kyle been really good with me in the weight room. I put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, for like these little nick injuries that might have had me sit down a couple games last year. It's not going to affect me this year because, I have a lot more muscle and a lot more mass on me. It's been great with him. We work out, we train every day. So that's just showing how good Coach Kyle is.
Alex Flum.
How hard has this month been just with the transition of a new head coach and playing through all these different protocols and changes now with COVID again? And what have you seen from you guys as a group and you as a leader, and what's allowed you guys to kind of come together and string together these 3 wins heading back into Big Ten play?
Yeah, it was difficult because after that Florida game, I felt like we was finally getting in the rhythm, and then we have 2 weeks off. So it just comes with, the season, and, we didn't plan for this to happen like this, but, we started finding our rhythm in Florida game, and having that 2 weeks off kind of like messed with us a little bit. But we came out of the Lehigh game kind of like still trying to figure it out, and then today we still kind of try to figure it out. But I think we finally in the second half started finding our identity back and getting in the rhythm.
Quick follow-up for you. How much kind of untapped potential do you think you guys have left in the tank? I know a lot of Big Ten games ahead, but what are you guys thinking about it looking ahead to that?
Yeah, the sky's the limit for us. We're really talented. Obviously, we have a lot of really good players, and our main thing was just kind of just figuring out how we're gonna put all of this together. And I feel like these last couple of games we're trending in the right direction.
Thank you.
Ahmed Gafir.
Hey, Fats. You kind of mentioned it, but during the Lehigh game or before that, getting into a group with the Florida game, and then having 2 weeks off, going back into Lehigh. So I guess how critical was it to just get into these 2 games against Lehigh Brown right before you get into Big Ten play, and then with the slow starts, I guess what's the level of concern to mitigate that going into conference play?
These last 2 games were a good test. Before we get into the Big Ten play, we feel like we're ready for it, and we're just going to keep working every day to prepare for our next opponent, which I believe is Iowa. We know we're walking into a hostile environment, but I feel like we're ready. We got the right people on our team. We got really good leaders, and we just got to keep just trending in the right direction.
Anything else for Fats? All right, Fats. Have a good one. Thanks,
you,
everybody.